Did you know there's one simple daily habit that can protect your heart, lower your blood pressure, and help you sleep better all at once? Think about that for a moment. At a time in life when our energy isn't quite what it used to be, stress seems to linger. Every visit to the doctor comes with more pills and new warnings. There's something powerful you can do right from your living room. It doesn't require a gym membership, expensive equipment, or even stepping outside. In fact, it might be the most natural solution your doctor never told you about. After 60, our bodies change in ways both visible and invisible. Our energy levels dip. Our stress becomes more persistent. Doctor visits increase, and so do the number of medications we take. We're faced with warnings about heart disease, high blood pressure, and restless nights. More pills, more concerns, but fewer solutions that feel easy, natural, and truly manageable. But what if I told you that there's a single daily exercise, simple, safe, and effective, that can support your heart health, lower your blood pressure, and even improve your sleep, and you can do it at home without heavy lifting or complicated moves? In this video, I'm sharing 5 doctor-approved exercises that thousands of seniors are using to lower their blood pressure naturally, reduce the risk of heart attacks, boost circulation and energy, improve confidence, mobility. So grab a comfortable chair, clear a little space around you, and stay with me until the end. Exercise 1. Brisk walking. Let's start with one of the most underrated yet powerful forms of daily exercise for adults over 60, brisk walking. It may not sound exciting or intense, but that's exactly the point. Brisk walking is gentle on your joints, easy to incorporate into your daily routine, and incredibly effective when it comes to protecting your heart and lowering high blood pressure. So why does brisk walking work so well? Because it's a form of gentle cardio that raises your heart rate just enough to train your cardiovascular system without overstressing it. It's that sweet spot of movement where you're not gasping for air, but you're also not simply taking a slow stroll. You're walking at a pace that makes you breathe a little deeper, feel a bit more alert, and keeps your blood flowing smoothly. Numerous studies have confirmed that walking briskly for just 30 minutes a day can lower systolic blood pressure by up to 10 points over time. That's a measurable, meaningful drop. In many cases, that's the kind of improvement that can reduce your need for medication or prevent the escalation of blood pressure-related complications. For seniors, especially those dealing with stage 1 or 2 hypertension, this can be a game changer. But the benefits go far beyond the numbers on your blood pressure monitor. Brisk walking is a natural way to reduce stress, and stress, as we often overlook, is a hidden yet dangerous enemy of heart health. Chronic stress causes your body to stay in a state of low-grade fight-or-flight mode. That means your heart beats faster, your blood vessels constrict, and your blood pressure rises all day, every day. Brisk walking gives your mind and your body a reset. It helps burn off the tension, calm the nervous system, and bring down your resting heart rate. Even just getting outside, breathing in fresh air, and changing your environment can be enough to shift your mood and reduce anxious thoughts. Beyond stress relief, brisk walking also enhances mood and sleep, 2 things many seniors struggle with. When you walk regularly, your body produces more serotonin and endorphins. These natural feel-good chemicals not only reduce pain and tension, but also promote a sense of well-being and peace. And when your body gets that kind of movement during the day, your sleep quality improves at night. That's because physical activity helps regulate your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, so you're more likely to fall asleep easily and stay asleep longer. This creates a positive cycle. Better sleep leads to more energy, and more energy leads to more movement. Another often overlooked benefit, connection. Walking can combat loneliness, which has a surprisingly powerful impact on blood pressure and heart health. Studies have shown that people who experience chronic loneliness are at a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular disease. But when you walk with someone, whether it's a spouse, a neighbor, a friend, or even your dog, you're not just moving your body, you're also lifting your spirit. That simple act of conversation, laughter, or even silent companionship helps ease the emotional weight that many older adults silently carry. I'd like to share the story of Harold, a 78-year-old from Minnesota. Harold wrote in to tell us about his experience starting a walking routine. At first, he didn't think much of it. His legs were stiff, his back ached, and he felt like walking wouldn't make much of a difference. But he committed to just 10 minutes a day, nothing fancy, just a few loops around the block after breakfast. Within 2 weeks, he noticed he wasn't as out of breath when climbing the stairs. His energy returned little by little, And at his next doctor's appointment, his blood pressure had dropped by 6 points. What struck Harold most wasn't just the physical change. It was the fact that he felt more in control of his health for the first time in years. And that's really the heart of the matter. Brisk walking doesn't require a gym. It doesn't require athletic ability. It doesn't even require a perfect body or great weather. What it requires is consistency, a decision to take that first step and then to keep going. Whether it's 5 minutes or 50, whether it's inside your home, down the hall, or around your neighborhood, every step counts. Remember this, it's not about walking far, it's about walking every day. You don't need equipment, you don't need a fitness coach, you just need the willingness to move. Because every time you choose to walk instead of sit, you're choosing life. You're choosing a stronger, healthier heart. So go ahead, lace up a pair of comfortable shoes, take a deep breath, and take that first step. Your heart will thank you. Exercise 2, chair squats. Let's talk about an exercise that may look simple at first glance, but offers incredible benefits for your heart, your blood pressure, your circulation, and even your confidence. Chair squats. This is not some high-intensity gym move or something reserved for athletes. This is a movement anyone over 60 can do safely and effectively, right from the comfort of home, using nothing but a sturdy chair and a little determination. So why are chair squats so important, especially as we age? It starts with the muscles they activate. When you perform a squat, even a shallow one, you're engaging some of the largest, most powerful muscle groups in your body, your legs and glutes. These muscles are more than just movers. They're critical players in supporting your circulatory system. In fact, they act almost like a second heart. Every time your legs contract, they help push blood upward, back toward your chest, assisting your heart in keeping blood circulating efficiently. As we get older, this is especially crucial. Poor circulation in the lower body can lead to swelling, fatigue, and in some cases, dangerous blood pooling or clotting in the legs. This happens more frequently when we spend long periods sitting or when our muscles weaken from lack of use. Chair squats help combat that decline. They keep your blood moving, support healthy blood pressure, and even help keep your blood vessels more elastic over time. But the benefits aren't just physical. There's also a powerful psychological impact to chair squats, especially for older adults who may feel unsure on their feet or have a lingering fear of falling. Standing up from a chair without help may not seem like a big deal to some, but for someone over 70 or 80, it can be a symbol of strength and independence. Each time you rise from a chair on your own, you're reinforcing the message, I can still do this. I'm still capable. That sense of capability builds confidence, and confidence is contagious. It spills into other parts of life. You're more likely to walk across the room without hesitation. You're more likely to leave the house, to meet with friends, to engage in life instead of shrinking away from it. And as we all know, when people stay active and social, their mental and emotional health improves along with their physical well-being. Let me introduce you to Martha, an 82-year-old from Oregon. She had reached a point where standing up from her recliner was a challenge. Her knees were stiff, and she felt like she had to brace herself on nearby furniture just to rise. She told us she felt embarrassed, even helpless at times. But Martha decided to start with a small goal, just 5 chair squats a day, using the back of the chair for support. At first, it wasn't easy. Her knees popped, her muscles trembled. But she didn't give up. She did her squats every morning, slowly and with control. 3 weeks later, Martha could do 10 chair squats without using her arms for support. She felt stronger, more stable, and more importantly, she felt proud. She even shared that she wasn't holding on to the bathroom sink anymore to get up from the toilet. These kinds of victories might sound small, but in real life they're monumental. They represent freedom, safety, and dignity. The truth is, one sit and stand at a time is all it takes to start rebuilding your strength. And not just muscular strength, but cardiovascular health too. Because as your leg muscles work more efficiently, your heart doesn't have to work as hard to circulate blood. Your body becomes more balanced, more stable, and more cooperative. And here's the best part. Chair squats can be modified to suit your ability. If you need a cushion at first, that's okay. If you use the armrests, that's okay too. The important thing is to start, to move, to remind your body and your mind that you're not done growing stronger. So here's your action step. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, comment number 2 below to let me know you're following along. And please subscribe so you never miss a tip that could help you stay stronger, steadier, and more independent in the years to come. You don't need to be in a gym. You don't need machines or trainers. You just need a chair, a bit of time, and a willingness to move. Because every time you rise, you're also rising above the fear of decline and stepping into your next chapter with confidence and strength. Exercise 3, wall push-ups. Let's move to a deceptively simple yet profoundly effective exercise for your heart and overall health. Wall push-ups. For many older adults, the word push-up might immediately bring back memories of gym class, strained muscles, or uncomfortable floor workouts. But don't let the name fool you. Wall push-ups are not about punishment. They're about possibility. They're one of the safest, most accessible forms of resistance training that you can do from home without hurting your joints and without needing to get on the floor. So why are wall push-ups so powerful, especially for adults over 60? The answer lies in the muscles they activate and the system they support. When you press your body away from the wall, you engage your chest, shoulders, arms, and upper back. These aren't just mere muscles for appearance. These are the muscles that help support your posture, improve circulation, and most importantly, assist your heart. You see, when you move and strengthen your upper body, you're helping the heart do its job more efficiently. Wall push-ups help boost blood flow, particularly to the upper chest and heart region. And this kind of activity helps maintain or even improve vascular elasticity, your arteries' ability to expand and contract as needed. That's critical because stiff arteries lead to higher blood pressure and more strain on your heart. But with regular gentle resistance like wall push-ups, you're helping keep your vessels supple, your pressure steadier, and your heart better protected from long-term damage. Another major benefit of wall push-ups is how they improve posture and breathing. Many seniors experience a gradual rounding of the shoulders and forward collapse of the chest, especially after years of sitting, hunching, or inactivity. Wall push-ups help reverse that. When you do them regularly, you naturally start to open your chest, straighten your spine, and breathe more deeply. Better posture not only reduces pain, it also allows your lungs to expand more fully. That improved oxygen intake doesn't just feel good, it also supports your nervous system, improves mental clarity, and yes, directly impacts heart rhythm stability. Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked strengths of wall push-ups. They're gentle on the joints. For people with arthritis, shoulder pain, or reduced flexibility, traditional floor push-ups can feel impossible. But standing push-ups against the wall take away the pressure on your wrists, elbows, and shoulders, making it much safer while still activating the same muscle groups. You don't need to bend low or strain hard. What matters is the motion and the consistency. Wall push-ups also help with oxygen delivery throughout the body. When you repeatedly push and breathe during the exercise, you're gently improving circulation, which ensures that every part of your body, from your brain to your toes, gets the oxygen it needs to thrive. Over time, this contributes to better balance, steadier energy, and a more resilient cardiovascular system. I want to share the story of Leonard, a 74-year-old man from Colorado, who had struggled with balance issues and fatigue for years. He didn't feel ready for a gym, and bending down for traditional workouts was painful. Then he discovered wall push-ups. At first, he could barely do 5 while standing at his bathroom mirror, but he stuck with it. He made it a routine, 10 push-ups every morning while brushing his teeth. A few weeks later, he added another set in the evening. Now he does 30 wall push-ups daily, and the results are amazing. Leonard told us that after a couple of months, his doctor reduced one of his blood pressure medications. His balance improved. His arms felt stronger. But perhaps most importantly, he started sleeping better, deeper, and longer than he had in years. He said it wasn't just about the physical gains, it was the feeling that he was actively doing something to take back control of his health. That sense of agency and progress is just as important as the numbers on a monitor. And that brings us to the key message. Gentle resistance, done daily, is powerful medicine for your heart. You don't need to strain. You don't need to sweat buckets. You just need to move with intention. Wall push-ups give your body a reason to stay strong and your heart a reason to stay healthy. So the next time you're brushing your teeth, waiting for your tea to steep, or standing near a wall, don't just stand there. Place your hands shoulder-width apart, lean in slowly, and push back with control. Do a few today, do a few more tomorrow. And just like Leonard, you might find yourself sleeping better, breathing easier, and living stronger with every gentle push. Remember, your strength is still in. You don't need a gym to find it. You just need a wall and the willingness to begin. Exercise 4, leg raises. Now let's focus on one of the most underestimated, yet powerful movements for heart health. Leg raises. At first glance, this exercise might look far too simple to make a difference. After all, how much good could come on simply lifting your leg a few inches off the ground? But behind that small motion lies a big impact, especially for adults over 60, who want to improve circulation, reduce blood pressure, and regain control over their body. Here's why leg raises work. Every time you lift your leg, whether sitting or lying down, you activate the calves, thighs, and glutes. These large muscle groups are essential for supporting your cardiovascular system. When engaged, they help push blood upward, back toward your heart. This process is critical, particularly for older adults who may sit for long periods or struggle with circulation in the lower body. The legs, after all, are the farthest point from the heart. Without regular movement, blood tends to pool in the lower extremities, leading to swelling, fatigue, and even blood pressure spikes. By practicing leg raises, you're doing more than moving your muscles. You're training your circulatory system to stay active, even while at rest. Think of it as a gentle pump that keeps the blood flowing smoothly, reducing strain on your heart and preventing the kind of pressure buildup that can lead to serious problems like hypertension or blood clot. One of the best things about leg raises is how easily they fit into a sedentary lifestyle. You don't need a mat, a gym, or even a special outfit. You can do leg raises from the comfort of your own chair, couch, or bed. Watching TV? Do a few sets during commercial break. Sitting at the dining table? Take a few moments before or after a meal. Even lying down before sleep, you can gently lift one leg at a time. It's a no-excuse exercise because it meets you exactly where you are, and the benefits go far beyond blood flow. Leg raises are a gateway to improve mobility and independence. As we age, it's common to lose confidence in our ability to walk steadily, climb stairs, or stand up from low chairs. But leg raises directly target the muscles that keep you steady on your feet. They help you feel stronger, more stable, and more in control of your movements, which can mean the difference between living cautiously and living confidently. Let me introduce you to Ethel, an 81-year-old woman from Florida who shared her story with us. Ethel had been relying on a cane for a couple of years, mostly out of fear of falling, of losing her balance, of being alone and unable to get back up. She said she often skipped errands or social outings simply because she didn't trust her legs to keep her safe. But that all began to change when she started doing leg raises daily. At first, Ethel said she could barely lift her leg off the ground without holding the side of the chair. But she stuck with it, just 5 reps per leg, twice a day. After 3 weeks, she noticed something remarkable. She no longer had to lean on her cane when moving around the kitchen. Her stride felt stronger, her legs didn't tire as quickly, and for the first time in years, she walked to the mailbox and back without stopping. More than that, she said something that stuck with me. I stopped feeling fragile. That's the kind of transformation that starts small but leads to something profound. Because every leg raise you do isn't just improving your blood flow or toning your muscles. It's reinforcing the belief that you are capable, that you are still strong, and that your health is not out of your hands. So here's the key message. Small lifts, big results. For your heart, your blood pressure, and your confidence. Leg raises aren't flashy. They won't make headlines. But they're a quiet act of resistance against decline and a daily decision to keep your body engaged, even in life's slower moments. And if you're still watching and finding this video helpful, I want to thank you for your time and your focus. Please subscribe to this channel to get more doctor-approved senior-friendly health tips every day. We're here to empower you, not overwhelm you, with simple, realistic habits that actually work. Your journey to better heart health doesn't need to be loud or dramatic. It just needs to be consistent. A few leg raises today, a few more tomorrow. Before you know it, you're walking more steadily, sleeping more soundly, and living more fully. So don't underestimate this small movement, because behind every lift is a stronger, healthier you. Exercise 5, wall push-ups. Now let's return to an exercise we introduced earlier, wall push-ups, because this simple move deserves a second look. Too often, we dismiss the easiest exercises as ineffective. But with age, the smartest exercise isn't the one that makes you sweat the most or leaves your muscles sore. It's the one that strengthens you safely, consistently, and without putting your joints or heart at risk. Wall push-ups might appear too simple to matter, but don't be fooled. In truth, they're not too simple. They're just smart. They meet your body where it is, not where it used to be, and they deliver benefits in areas most older adults desperately need: heart function, circulation, breathing, and upper body strength. These aren't just bonus areas of health. They're essential to maintaining independence and preventing cardiovascular decline. As we grow older, upper body strength becomes more important than ever. It's not just about muscle, it's about function. These muscles support your chest and lungs, which means better oxygen intake, easier breathing, and a heart that doesn't have to work overtime. They also help maintain vascular elasticity, or how flexible and responsive your arteries are. That flexibility plays a big role in keeping blood pressure stable and reducing the risk of heart attacks. But it's not just about internal health. There are plenty of functional benefits to think about it. Lifting groceries, pushing yourself up from a chair, holding on to handrails, or climbing stairs. These everyday actions rely on arm, shoulder, and chest strength. When you do wall push-ups regularly, you strengthen the very muscles that help you move through life with confidence. You also support your posture, standing taller, straighter, and with more balance. And posture doesn't just change how you move, it changes how you feel. A lifted chest and open shoulders signal energy, readiness, and even mental clarity. This was exactly the case for Harold, a 74-year-old grandfather from North Carolina, who shared his story with us. After suffering from breathlessness and poor stamina for several years, Harold felt like his world was shrinking. He avoided social outings, rarely walked far from home, and even simple chores became exhausting. But then his daughter introduced him to wall push-ups. At first, Harold was skeptical. "How's leaning against a wall going to fix anything?" he asked. But he agreed to try. Just 5 push-ups a day, using the hallway wall near his bedroom. A week passed, then 2. Gradually, he increased to 10, then 15. After 2 months, Harold was doing 30 push-ups a day, and the changes were undeniable. He told us, "It's like my chest opened up. I could breathe deeper. I wasn't gasping just from walking across the room." Even more, he noticed that tasks like picking up groceries or reaching for top-shelf items became easier. His doctor even noted improvements in his blood oxygen levels and a reduction in his resting heart rate. But the most powerful transformation wasn't physical, it was emotional. Harold began to feel strong again, not just in his arms, but in his outlook. He said, "It wasn't just my stamina that came back. It was my belief that I could still live fully." And that's the real beauty of exercises like wall push-ups. They don't just fight against physical weakness. They fight against the deeper fear that aging means decline in dependence. Because here's the truth, it's not aging that weakens us. It's inactivity. The moment you choose to move, no matter how small that movement is, you've already started the journey back to strength. And every wall push-up you do becomes a statement, a quiet declaration: I'm still strong, I still care, I still want to live fully. So here's your reminder. Don't overlook the power of gentle resistance and steady repetition. Whether you're starting with 5 or you're building up to 50, every wall push-up counts. It counts for your heart, your lungs, your posture, and most of all, your confidence. And if you're feeling hesitant, here's a tip. Stack this habit onto something you already do. Brushing your teeth, waiting for your tea to steep. Those quiet moments are perfect for adding a few push-ups. You don't need to rearrange your schedule. Just fit movement into the flow of your life. So if you haven't already, find a wall, stand about arm's length away, place your hands shoulder width apart, and begin. Slowly lean forward, then push back. That's 1. Do a few today, do a few more tomorrow, and in time, you'll not only see the difference, you'll feel it. Because every wall push-up is a promise to yourself. A promise that you still matter, that your health is still worth fighting for, and that aging can still be strong, dignified, and full of life. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with one simple but powerful truth. Getting older does not mean surrendering your heart health. In fact, now more than ever is the time to take it seriously. Because your health, your strength, and your independence are still very much in your hands. The 5 exercises we covered today aren't just about fitness. They're about freedom. Freedom to move without fear. Freedom to do the things you love without gasping for breath. Freedom to stay connected, energized, and confident in your own body. Each of these movements was chosen with care because they work with your body, not against it. And the best part, you can do every single one of them from the comfort of your own home. No gym, no equipment, no fancy gear. Just a bit of space, a little time, and your commitment. That's all it takes to make a real change. These exercises can help you lower your blood pressure, reduce your risk of heart attacks, improve circulation throughout your body, strengthen your muscles and posture, boost your daily energy and overall confidence. So now, I want to hear from you. Which of these exercises are you already doing? And which one will you start today? Leave a comment below and share one thing you've learned from this video. We read every comment, and your story could be just the encouragement someone else needs to begin. And if you found this helpful, please remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more daily tips, and share this with someone you love, especially someone over 60. It might just save a life. Thank you for being here. Stay strong, stay active, and take good care of that heart.